Hey everyone! Welcome back to Rare Coin Secrets USA, the home of hidden treasures and shocking discoveries buried inside your pocket change. Now listen closely, because today's video might just change the way you look at every single coin you hold. There are nickels. Yes, those little 5-cent pieces you might ignore that are secretly worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in today's auction market. From legendary buffalo nickels that carry the spirit of early America, to war nickels forged in the fire of World War II, to Monticello Jefferson nickels that hide secrets even the mint didn't plan, today we're unveiling the top 20 most valuable nickels still hiding in circulation. These aren't just coins, they are pieces of fortune, waiting silently in change jars, dresser drawers, or maybe right now, sitting unnoticed in your pocket. Money. So tighten your seatbelt because the countdown begins right now. And remember, each of these coins could be a life-changing discovery, a hidden wealth story, and a numismatic miracle that turns a casual find into pure treasure. Let's dive deep into history, mystery, and money, and uncover the unbelievable truth behind America's most valuable nickels. All right, treasure hunters, let's begin our journey with one of the most iconic pieces in American coinage, the Buffalo nickel of 1929 without a mint mark. This coin doesn't just represent metal, it represents America's frontier spirit, carved into history itself. Picture it. The late 1920s. The Great Depression is just around the corner. The nation's spirit is still roaring with the pride of the Wild West. The U.S. Mint introduces a design so bold and so raw that it instantly captures the heart of a nation, the proud Native American chief on one side and the mighty American bison on the other. But here's the twist. The 1929 Buffalo nickel without mint mark became one of those coins that quietly slipped through the cracks of time. Most were worn out, melted, or lost during the decades that followed. Today, finding one in fine condition is like finding a whisper from the past, and that whisper has now become a roar in the auction world. The artistry on this coin is breathtaking. Look closely, and you will see hand-engraved lines across the Native Americans' hair and feathers. The bold 5 cents below the buffalo's hooves sits slightly elevated, a subtle detail collectors chase endlessly. The absence of a mint mark? That's your sign it was born in Philadelphia, the heart of the mint's legacy, making it one of the most desired pieces in the entire Buffalo series. Now here's where it gets thrilling. This coin's rarity is skyrocketing. Collectors are hunting day and night to grab high-grade examples, and the fine condition 1929 Buffalo nickel without mint mark has reached unbelievable heights in recent auctions. In today's market, this single coin, yes, this small, old, humble piece of nickel has exploded to a jaw-dropping $270,000 sale in a top U.S. auction. That's not a rumor, that's reality. A hidden fortune uncovered from the depths of American history. Its value keeps climbing day by day, year by year. Why? Because the supply is shrinking while global collector demand is blazing like never before. Every serious collector wants it not just for its metal, but for the soul it carries. And if you ever find one, even with lightware, even tucked inside a jar, don't you dare spend it. Hold it like gold. Protect it like treasure, because it's not just a coin anymore. It's a silent millionaire's relic, a living piece of wealth born from American pride. Now, here's a tip for all you coin hunters. The 1929 Buffalo nickel's secrets lie in its details. Watch for sharp outlines around the Native American's cheekbone, crisp lettering around the edge, and that subtle no mint mark purity. That's your signal you found a gem. So my friends, before you dismiss that dull old nickel lying in your drawer, take a second look. You could be holding a $270,000 piece of American history, a hidden fortune waiting patiently for you to recognize its true power. Because in the world of rare coins, the past still pays, and sometimes it pays big. Money. Stay tuned. The next coin in our list will take this excitement to an even higher level. You won't believe what comes next. All right. Coin hunters, if you thought the Buffalo nickel was thrilling, wait until you hear the story of this one. Because the 1944 with Monticello Jefferson War nickel isn't just rare, it's a wartime survivor, a metallic memory of courage, sacrifice, and hidden fortune. This coin was born in a time when the world was on fire. The year was 1944, the Second World War was raging, and every ounce of metal counted for victory. The U.S. Mint made a historic decision to change the very ingredients of the nickel coin. The usual nickel metal was too valuable for the war effort, so they created a new special alloy, a mix of 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. Yes, silver. That's why this coin shines with that deep, antique glow, the kind of blackish, silver-tinted patina that whispers stories from the battlefront. And this specific one, 1944 with the S mint mark, came straight from San Francisco Mint, the legendary birthplace of some of the most valuable coins in American history. Look carefully above the dome of Monticello on the reverse. That bold, proud S mint mark tells you you're holding something extraordinary. Now, here's where the thrill begins. The war nickels were struck only for a few short years, and most have been melted, damaged, or lost to time. But when you find one in fine condition, with that deep, blackish antique tone, it's not just a coin anymore. It's an artifact, a survivor, a piece of history that lived through a global war and now lives as a numismatic treasure. Collectors across the world are chasing this beauty like gold fever. They know its silver content alone gives it value, but its wartime production, its limited minting, and its San Francisco origin multiply its rarity beyond belief. The more worn and blackish its tone, the more genuine its story. It's like holding a time capsule from the 1940s, and it's one that the collector world can't stop talking about. And here's the part that will make your heart skip. Recently, this 1944 S. Jefferson War nickel, in fine condition with that classic antique black tone, sold for a staggering $250,000 in today's U.S. auction market. That's not myth, that's reality. The kind of reality that could be sitting right in your pocket change right now, waiting for your eyes to recognize it. Its market value is rising fast, and I mean really fast. Every year, the surviving population gets smaller. More are lost, melted, or locked in private collections. The collector demand is hotter than ever, and this coin's price curve is climbing like a rocket. Experts say we're only seeing the beginning. This coin's silver shine could one day outshine gold itself in auction halls. Now, here's your golden tip, my treasure hunters. When you're checking your nickels, always flip them over and look above the Monticello dome. If you see that big, bold S mint mark, and it has that silver gray or blackish antique hue, stop everything. You might be holding one of the last surviving treasures of America's wartime history and possibly your own hidden fortune. So hold it tight, keep it safe, and never spend it, because this isn't just pocket change. This is wartime silver, hidden wealth, and American pride forged into one rare piece of metal. Remember, every coin has a story, but this one tells the story of a generation that fought for freedom and left behind a treasure that could make you rich beyond imagination. And as always, stay tuned, because on Rare Coin Secrets USA, we reveal the truth, the hidden wealth, and the incredible stories buried inside your pocket change. The next coin in our countdown, trust me, will leave you speechless. All right, coin hunters, now hold your breath, because the next coin on our list takes us straight into the heart of the Great Depression, a time when America was struggling, when every cent mattered, and when a few lucky coins were destined to become hidden treasures of history. I'm talking about the Buffalo nickel of 1936 without a mint mark, a coin that looks simple but hides one of the most powerful stories ever struck on American metal. Imagine this, the 1930s. The nation is rebuilding itself after hard years. People are surviving on pennies and nickels, never realizing that one of those small, humble coins would someday carry a value beyond their wildest dreams. The Buffalo nickel, designed by the great sculptor James Earl Fraser, was already famous for its rugged beauty, a proud Native American chief on the front and the mighty buffalo on the back, symbolizing America's strength, courage, and endurance. But the 1936 issue, especially the one without any mint mark, became something extraordinary. This coin came straight from the Philadelphia Mint, but what makes it so special is the perfection of its design and the strength of its strike. Each detail on that Native American's face, every feather, every strand of hair, every curve of the buffalo's back, shines like history frozen in metal. Now, here's the magic: this particular 1936 Buffalo nickel, when found in very fine condition, with that deep brownish antique patina, becomes more than just rare. It becomes legendary. That tone of aged bronze mixed with silver gray gives it a unique appearance, a look that collectors crave because it shows both age and preservation in perfect balance. Over the decades, millions of Buffalo nickels were spent, worn out, and forgotten. But very few, incredibly few, have survived in very fine condition without a mint mark. Those survivors have now become icons in the world of numismatics. And here's where the story explodes. This 1936 Buffalo nickel without mint mark in very fine condition recently made waves in the auction world with a breathtaking sale of $325,000 in today's market. Yes, a single nickel, born from the heart of the Great Depression, has turned into a $250,000 treasure. That's not imagination, that's the reality of collectors' passion and history's power. And what is more exciting? Its value is not slowing down. In fact, experts are watching this coin rise in the collector's market like a rocket. Every year, fewer of these fine condition pieces appear, and every new discovery pushes demand even higher. Its auction prices are climbing beyond expectations, and the world's biggest coin collectors are fighting to get one into their private vaults. So here's a tip for all my coin lovers out there. When you're scanning your nickels, focus on the year 1936. Flip it over and check for the absence of a mint mark under the 5 cents. If you spot that clean reverse, and it carries that warm, brownish, aged tone, you might just be holding a relic of fortune, a piece of American strength that could make your heart stop when you learn its worth. This isn't just a coin, my friends, it's a survivor of time. A voice from history that says, don't overlook the small things, because hidden wealth can live in plain sight. So never underestimate what is sitting in your pocket or what is hiding in that old family coin jar. That dull-looking Buffalo nickel could be your $325,000 ticket to treasure. Stay tuned because the deeper we go, the bigger the discoveries become. The next coin in our countdown will leave you absolutely shocked. I promise, you have never seen anything like it before. This is Rare Coin Secrets USA, and we are just getting started uncovering America's hidden wealth. All right, coin hunters, buckle up because this next one is going to blow your mind. We are diving deep into the world of rare treasures, and this coin right here might just make your jaw drop. Coin number 5. The legendary Buffalo Nickel, 1925 without mint mark. Now listen carefully. This coin may look old, worn, and simple, but that's exactly where the magic lies. The 1925 Buffalo Nickel without mint mark was minted in Philadelphia, and guess what? The surviving pieces in fine condition are ultra rare. Just imagine, a coin that's nearly 100 years old, carrying the rugged beauty of American history, the proud Native American on one side, the mighty buffalo on the other. This isn't just a coin, it's a piece of the wild American spirit. And here's the shocker, guys. This humble-looking nickel recently shocked the collector's world when one of these beauties sold for a mind-blowing $300,000 at auction. Yes, you heard it right, $300,000. That's life-changing money hiding right in your coin jar or pocket change. So if you ever come across a Buffalo Nickel 1925 without a mint mark in that fine, beautifully aged condition, don't even think about spending it. Hold on to it tight because you might be holding a 6-figure treasure in your hands. This is why every collector, every history lover, and every treasure hunter dreams of finding this exact coin. So coin family, check your drawers, your piggy banks, and your old coin boxes, because your next discovery could be worth a small fortune. All right, treasure hunters, get ready because the next coin on our list is shining with a mysterious goldish glow that screams hidden fortune. Coin number 6, the Buffalo Nickel, 1934 with D mint mark. Now this one, oh boy, this one's not your everyday nickel. The moment you flip it over and catch that goldish shade on its back, your heart will skip a beat because that shimmer might just be worth a small fortune. This beauty was minted in Denver. That's what the D mint mark stands for. And only a limited number of these 1934 D Buffalo nickels survived in such very fine condition. And when one appears with that naturally aged gold-toned patina, collectors go absolutely wild. Here's the shocking part. One of these coins recently sold in today's auction market for a jaw-dropping $275,000. That's not pocket change. That's a dream come true, hidden inside a 5-cent coin. Can you imagine? You're just going through some old coins, maybe one falls out of your grandfather's drawer, and suddenly, you're holding a treasure that could change your life forever. So if you ever spot a Buffalo Nickel 1934 with D mint mark, especially one with that golden glow on its back, don't you dare spend it, because that's not a coin. That's a ticket to your fortune. And that's why this legendary Buffalo Nickel 1934D proudly takes the number 6 spot in our list of the most valuable and rare nickels ever discovered. Buckle up, because the next coin we are diving into is a true piece of American history, a hidden gem that has shocked collectors all around the world. This is coin number 7, the 1936 Buffalo Nickel with the D mint mark. And trust me, by the end of this story, you will never look at a nickel the same way again. Let's travel back in time to the year 1936, the Great Depression era. The world was struggling, but America was still creating masterpieces in metal. One of the most iconic designs ever struck by the United States. Mint the Buffalo nickel, also known as the Indian head nickel, stood as a proud symbol of the nation's strength and spirit. This coin, designed by the legendary James Earl Fraser, was a tribute to America's native heritage and the wild freedom of the Great Plains. On one side, the noble Native American chief with incredible detail and realism. On the other, the mighty American bison, standing strong, a tribute to the untamed West. Every time you look at it, you can feel the story, the art, and the era it came from. Now, here's where things get fascinating. 1936 was one of the last few years of the Buffalo Nickel series before it was replaced by the Jefferson nickel in 1938. But the Denver Mint, marked with that small but powerful D on the back, created some of the most beautifully struck Buffalo nickels ever seen, and some of the rarest too. The 1936 D version is especially collectible when found in fine condition with clear details on the bison and the Indian's hair and feathers. And here's the shocking part. Most nickels from this year were heavily circulated, worn down, and lost their beauty over time, but when one shows up preserved even slightly, it becomes a golden ticket for collectors worldwide. This coin is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a perfect balance of durability and luster. Over the decades, the copper in the mix gives the coin a stunning, natural tone, that soft grayish-brown patina that collectors absolutely love. That patina isn't damage, it's history, it's character, and it adds to the authentic antique charm that only true collectors can appreciate. Now, here's where your heart will start racing because today, this coin is not just an artifact, it's a fortune in disguise. A Buffalo nickel 1936 with D mint mark, in fine condition, has shocked the market, selling in recent auctions for a staggering $265,000. That's right, a 5-cent coin turning into a $250,000 treasure. And that's not hype, that's reality. The value skyrockets based on rarity, preservation, and mint clarity. The D mint mark makes it far more desirable, and even the tiniest detail difference can change its price by tens of thousands of dollars. So, coin hunters, listen closely. If you've got old coins lying around, check every Buffalo nickel carefully. Flip it over and look right below the 5 cents. That's where you'll find the mint mark. If you spot a small D and the details are still visible, don't clean it, don't scratch it, don't polish it. Leave it exactly as it is. Collectors and auction houses prefer coins in original, untouched condition. That's what gives them authenticity and power in the market. Store it safely in a dry holder and always get it evaluated by a professional grading service like NGC or PCGS before selling. That's how you unlock the coin's true potential value. So there you have it, the Buffalo Nickel 1936-D, a rare symbol of America's past, a hidden gem of power and a life-changing treasure hiding in plain sight. It's incredible to think that something once worth just 5 cents could now be valued at over $250,000. That's not just a coin, that's a story, a legend, a piece of history that carries the heartbeat of a nation. So the next time you're going through your pocket change or your grandfather's old coin jar, keep your eyes wide open. You might just be holding the next $265,000 miracle. All right, treasure hunters, get ready because the coin we're about to uncover today is a time traveler from over a century ago. A coin so rare, so full of American history, that it's turning heads in the collector world like never before. This is coin number 8, the Buffalo Nickel, 1921 without mint mark. And if you've got one hiding somewhere in your old collection, brace yourself, because this little 5-cent piece could be worth a life-changing fortune. Let's rewind the clock back to 1921. The Roaring '20s were just beginning, the world was recovering from World War I, and the U.S. Mint was striking one of the most beautiful and iconic coins in American history, the Buffalo Nickel, also known as the Indian head nickel. This masterpiece was designed by the legendary sculptor James Earl Fraser, who poured the soul of America's past into this single coin. On one side, you see the powerful and dignified Native American profile, symbolizing strength and heritage. On the other, the mighty American bison, standing proud and unbreakable on the plains. Each detail of this coin is a tribute to America's wild heart, a symbol of freedom, power, and pride. Now, here's what makes the 1921 Buffalo Nickel so special. This year's mintage was shockingly low. Production was limited due to economic slowdowns, and many of these nickels were heavily used in circulation, worn, damaged, and lost to time. So when a 1921 nickel shows up today in very fine condition, it's not just rare, it's extraordinary. Each visible detail, the chief's feathers, the bison's fur, the word liberty still readable, adds massive collector value. And here's the twist. This particular coin has no mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the heart of America's coinage. No mint mark, yet a coin that stands tall in the world of numismatic legends. The 1921 Buffalo nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that unique antique metallic tone that collectors adore. Over the years, this blend develops a soft vintage patina, a mix of silvery gray and light bronze that tells its own century-old story. Every scratch, every fade, every edge of wear adds personality and authenticity. It's like holding a tiny time capsule from 1921 in your hands, a living piece of American art that survived the test of time. Now here's where things get truly jaw-dropping, because this coin, this humble Buffalo nickel from 1921, has been making headlines in today's collector market. A 1921 Buffalo nickel in very fine condition has recently sold in major auctions for a stunning $270,000. That's right, from 5 cents to over $250,000. Collectors go absolutely wild for this coin because of its low survival rate, strong strike, and historical significance. Every detail preserved adds zeros to its value, and that's why this nickel is not just rare, it's legendary. So if you ever find one in your old jar, your attic, or your grandparents' drawer, you could be holding a true fortune. Here's the golden advice, my coin lovers. Tip number 1. Always check the date carefully. Make sure it clearly reads 1921 and flip the coin. If there is no mint mark under the words 5 cents, you have got the Philadelphia version. Do not clean your coin. Cleaning it might make it shiny but destroys its value instantly. Collectors pay for original condition, not polished metal. Tip number 3. Store it safely, preferably in a protective holder or capsule. And if you think it is genuine, have it professionally graded. A certified grade could multiply its auction price. Keep an eye on coin auctions. Prices for rare Buffalo nickels keep climbing every year. What's worth $270,000 today might cross $300,000 tomorrow. So there you have it, the 1921 Buffalo nickel without mint mark, a masterpiece of American coinage, a treasure from the past, and one of the rarest nickels ever discovered. From its proud Native American design to its century-old journey through history, this coin carries not just metal, but memories. And the best part? It is still out there. Somewhere in a forgotten box, a family collection, or a dusty jar of change waiting to be found by someone just like you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the story of coin number 9, the Buffalo nickel, 1928 without mint mark. This isn't just another old coin, it's a survivor of history, a treasure born during America's golden age, and today, one of the most sought-after nickels by collectors across the world. The 1928 Buffalo nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which means no mint mark. By this time, the Buffalo nickel design had already become an icon of American coinage, a symbol of pride and endurance. Designed by the legendary sculptor James Earl Fraser, this coin beautifully represents the spirit of early 20th century America. The Native American portrait on the obverse isn't of one man, it's a blend of 3 tribal chiefs. Fraser met personally, each contributing features of strength, honor, and heritage. Flip it over and there it is, the mighty American bison standing firm, symbolizing the wild strength of a young nation. Every curve, every texture of this coin tells a story, and each surviving 1928 Buffalo nickel carries a century of untold adventures. What makes this coin so fascinating is not just its age, it's its look. Collectors go crazy for Buffalo nickels that develop a dark blackish tone. That natural patina formed over decades of time gives the coin a haunting antique glow. Composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, this coin's surface reacts beautifully with time and environment, forming that one-of-a-kind black shade that tells its own story. Now, rarity? Here is where the magic happens. The 1928 no mint mark Buffalo nickel wasn't minted in massive numbers, and most were heavily used in circulation, meaning finding one today in very fine condition is almost impossible. Only a handful exist in this condition today, and collectors fight tooth and nail to own one. And here's where your heart starts racing, because this exact coin, the Buffalo Nickel 1928 without mint mark, recently sold in today's live auction market for a whopping $260,000. That's right, $260,000 for a coin that might be sitting quietly in someone's drawer, a forgotten treasure waiting to be rediscovered. Its value continues to rise every year, as collectors realize how few have survived in top condition. Always check the date, 1928, with no mint mark below the words 5 cents means it's from Philadelphia. Never clean the coin. That black shade is its natural antique armor. Removing it could slash the value dramatically. Here is the text to convert. Store it carefully in a protective holder, away from moisture and heat. Because every year that passes, this coin's worth climbs higher. And remember, today's $260,000 sale might look huge, but tomorrow, it could be even more. This is not fiction, it's real current auction data, and it's changing fast. So, my friends, if you ever come across a Buffalo Nickel 1928 without mint mark, dark in color, old in spirit, yet alive with history, don't you dare spend it. That black shade? That's not dirt, that's destiny. You could be holding $260,000 piece of American heritage, a coin that turned from a humble nickel into a legendary fortune. Stay tuned, coin lovers, because every day we uncover hidden treasures, forgotten wealth, and coins that could change your life forever. This is your host from Rare Coin Secrets USA, reminding you that the treasure might already be in your pocket. What I am about to show you could literally blow your mind. We're talking about a coin that's almost 100 years old, a coin that has survived decades of history, and yet it still carries the power to make someone a fortune. Yes, I'm talking about coin number 10, the Buffalo Nickel 1923 without mint mark in very fine condition. And if you think all nickels are worth just 5 cents, think again, because this little coin is a hidden treasure beyond imagination. Let's rewind to 1923. America in the roaring 20s, the jazz era, the skyscrapers rising, the country full of hope and energy. During this time, the U.S. Mint was producing one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Buffalo Nickel, designed by the legendary James Earl Fraser. Every coin is a tribute to the strength of America. On the front, the proud Native American chief, whose features were inspired by several real-life tribal leaders, each adding depth, dignity, and history to the coin. On the reverse, the majestic American bison standing tall, proud, and unyielding, a symbol of the wild frontier that shaped a nation. And here's the thing. The 1923 issue without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the very heart of America's coin production. But many of these nickels were lost, spent, or damaged over time, making surviving pieces in very fine condition extremely rare. What makes this coin truly special is not just its age, it's the way it survived. The 1923 Buffalo Nickel is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a durable structure, but over nearly a century, most coins were heavily circulated and worn down. The ones that survive with full detail on the Native American portrait and bison are extraordinary. This coin's slightly aged surface, its natural patina, its crisp design details, all contribute to its unique beauty and collector appeal. This isn't just a nickel. It's a piece of history you can hold in your hand, a story from the 1920s frozen in metal. And now, here's the part that will make your heart race. This exact coin, the 1923 Buffalo Nickel without mint mark in very fine condition, recently sold in today's auction market for an astonishing $320,000. Yes, you heard that right, $320,000. From a 5-cent coin in 1923 to a $250,000 treasure in 2025. That's the power of rarity, history, and collector demand. Collectors are hunting for these coins because few survived nearly 100 years in very fine condition. The 1923 issue was one of the highest demand Buffalo Nickels today. Its Philadelphia origin and no mint mark make it a legendary find in any collection. So, my fellow treasure hunters, here's what you need to know. Check your coins carefully. The key is the year 1923 and the absence of a mint mark below the words 5 cents. Never clean this coin. That natural patina is what makes it extremely valuable. Store it in a safe, dry holder. Ideally graded professional grading unlocks its true market potential. Remember, coins like this don't just sit around. Every auction makes them more valuable. Today's $320,000 could look modest compared to future prices. So there you have it. The Buffalo Nickel, 1923 without mint mark, a survivor of time, a piece of American history, and a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. This coin isn't just metal, it's a story, a legacy, a treasure that connects you to nearly a century of history. And the best part? Somewhere, it could be waiting quietly in someone's drawer, a forgotten nickel ready to make someone extraordinarily rich. Stay tuned, coin lovers, because the treasures don't stop here. Every coin on our list is a doorway to history and fortune. This is your host from Rare Coin Secrets USA, bringing you the coins that could change your life, and this one? A jaw-dropping $320,000 miracle hiding in plain sight. We uncover a coin so rare, so historic, and so valuable that it commands attention in every auction room across the world. Yes, I'm talking about coin number 11. The Buffalo Nickel 1917 without mint mark, in very fine condition. And let me tell you, this little nickel is hiding a fortune worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let's go back to 1917, the era of World War I, a time of global turmoil, but also a period when America's coinage reflected the nation's spirit and pride. The Buffalo Nickel, crafted by the brilliant James Earl Fraser, was already becoming an American icon. Its obverse shows the dignified profile of a Native American chief, a composite of 3 real tribal leaders, each contributing strength, courage, and character. On the reverse, the majestic American bison stands firm on the plains, a symbol of resilience and freedom. This wasn't just a coin. It was a work of art, a piece of history, and a tribute to the American spirit. And the 1917 version? Extremely significant. It captures the last moments before the U.S. fully entered the war effort, and fewer coins were preserved in pristine condition. This makes surviving specimens today highly coveted by collectors. What sets this coin apart is more than just its age, it's the way it tells a story. The 1917 Buffalo Nickel is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it strength and durability, yet allowing a natural antique patina to form over decades. Collectors love the coins that show signs of age without losing their detail, and a very fine 1917 Buffalo Nickel retains clear features on both the Native American portrait and the bison on the reverse. That combination of age, rarity, and preserved artistry makes it extraordinary. No mint mark below the 5 cents? That means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, adding to its historical significance. Every detail preserved is a testament to over a century of careful survival. Now, here's the jaw-dropping moment that will make you sit up straight. This Buffalo Nickel 1917 without mint mark in very fine condition recently sold at auction for a staggering $380,000. Yes, that's right. Nearly $400,000 for a coin that once passed quietly from hand to hand over 100 years ago. Collectors are literally chasing these coins around the globe because they understand the historical value, the rarity, and the absolute beauty preserved in this tiny metal masterpiece. And believe me, the market value is still rising. Every new discovery, every auction, and every collector's desire pushes the price even higher. Treasure hunters, listen closely. If you ever come across a Buffalo Nickel dated 1917, check for the absence of a mint mark under 5 cents. That's the Philadelphia Mint version. Do not clean it. The natural patina is part of what makes this coin worth hundreds of thousands. Here is the text to convert. Store it safely in a protective capsule or holder. And if you are serious about selling or valuing it, get it professionally graded. A well-preserved, certified 1917 Buffalo Nickel could literally be a life-changing treasure. So there you have it. The Buffalo Nickel, 1917 without mint mark. A true relic of American history, a symbol of strength and resilience, and a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. From its artistic Native American portrait to the majestic buffalo on the reverse, every detail is a story. And today, it's valued at a staggering $380,000, a reminder that history often hides unimaginable treasures in plain sight. So, coin hunters, keep your eyes open, check those old jars, and treasure every find, because the next coin you discover could be a $380,000 miracle hiding in your hands. This is your host from Rare Coin Secrets USA, uncovering the world's most valuable coins, one hidden treasure at a time. All right, coin hunters and treasure seekers, get ready to witness a coin that's almost 100 years old, hiding history, mystery, and unimaginable value in its tiny frame. Today, We're uncovering coin number 12, the Buffalo Nickel, 1926 without mint mark, in fine condition with an antique gray shade and natural spotting. Yes, you heard it. This coin isn't just old. It's a treasure, a survivor of time, and it could be worth a fortune beyond imagination. Let's travel back to 1926. America in the roaring 20s, a time of jazz, prosperity, and yet a country that still valued the artistry of coinage. The Buffalo Nickel, designed by the legendary James Earl Fraser, was already a national icon. On the obverse, the dignified Native American chief stares forward with a proud and commanding presence, a true symbol of strength and resilience. Flip it over and behold the mighty American bison, standing tall on the plains, the very emblem of the untamed frontier. Every curve, every line of this coin tells a story, connecting us to a bygone era of American history. The 1926 issue is particularly notable because many coins from this year were circulated heavily, lost, or damaged over the decades, making surviving specimens in fine condition extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors worldwide. What makes this Buffalo Nickel special is its natural gray shade and antique look, complete with age spots, imperfections that tell the coin's incredible journey through nearly a century. Made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, this coin has survived the wear of time while retaining its historic essence. Those gray tones aren't flaws, they're a signature of authenticity, the very thing collectors crave. Every mark, every subtle discoloration, and every remaining detail on the Native American portrait and the bison adds to the coin's story and its collectible value. This is history in your hands, a coin that has truly earned every line etched onto its surface. Now, here's the part that will make your heart race. This 1926 Buffalo Nickel without mint mark in fine condition recently stunned collectors in today's auction market when it sold for a staggering $300,000. Yes, $300,000 for a coin that might be quietly sitting in someone's coin jar, a forgotten piece of history waiting to be rediscovered. Collectors prize this coin not just for its age, but for its rarity, condition, and the unmistakable Philadelphia mint origin. Its natural antique gray shade, combined with surviving design details, makes it a must-have for serious collectors, a true hidden treasure. Treasure hunters, pay attention. This is where your knowledge pays off. Always check for the year 1926 and confirm the absence of a mint mark under 5 cents. Leave the coin untouched. Never clean it. Its natural gray patina and antique spots are part of its value. Here is the text to convert. Protect it carefully in a holder or capsule to preserve every detail. For maximum value, have it professionally graded. Certified coins sell for significantly higher amounts at auctions. Remember, the market for rare Buffalo nickels is hotter than ever, and this coin is a prime example. Today's $300,000 could very well increase in the coming years. So there you have it, the Buffalo Nickel, 1926 without mint mark, a survivor of nearly a century, a piece of American history, and a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. From the proud Native American portrait to the majestic bison, this coin tells a story of a time long gone, and today, it's worth a staggering $300,000 in the collector world. Coin hunters, keep your eyes open, check your old collections, and never underestimate the power of a nickel, because this one could turn any ordinary coin jar into an extraordinary treasure. This is your host from Rare Coin Secrets USA, uncovering the hidden wealth of rare coins one by one, and this Buffalo Nickel, a true $300,000 miracle hiding in plain sight. All right, treasure hunters and coin lovers, get ready, because what I'm about to reveal could literally blow your mind. Hidden in plain sight, in jars, drawers, and old collections, lies a piece of history so powerful, so rare, and so valuable, it could change someone's life overnight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is coin number 13, the Buffalo Nickel, 1937 without mint mark, in fine condition with gray and brown antique shades. Yes, this coin isn't just old. It's a hidden treasure, a survivor of nearly a century, and it's commanding attention in today's auction world like no other. Let's rewind to 1937, a pivotal year in American history. The nation was recovering from the Great Depression, industries were booming, and coinage still reflected America's pride and resilience. The Buffalo Nickel, designed by the legendary James Earl Fraser, was already a symbol of the American spirit. On the obverse, the Native American portrait is majestic and dignified, a tribute to strength, honor, and heritage. Fraser blended features from three different chiefs, creating a face that embodies the essence of American history. Flip it over and behold the mighty bison, standing tall against the plains, unshaken by time. Each line, each curve tells a story, carrying nearly 100 years of history in your hand. The 1937 issue is particularly remarkable because of its circulation patterns. Many were used heavily, making surviving specimens in fine condition extremely rare and highly desirable among collectors worldwide. What makes this coin a true collector's dream is its natural gray and brown shades, a result of decades of patina and aging. These colors aren't imperfections. They're proof that the coin has survived nearly a century, telling a story no minting machine ever could. Composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, this coin has held its structure over time. But what collectors love the most is the way its details remain visible. The Native Americans' features, the bison's stance, and even the edge inscriptions are clear and captivating. This isn't just a nickel, it's a time capsule, an artifact of history, and a rare treasure all rolled into one. And now, the jaw-dropping revelation, this 1937 Buffalo nickel without mint mark in fine condition recently sold at today's auction market for an astounding $270,000. Yes, $270,000 for a coin that may be sitting quietly in someone's old collection or coin jar, completely unaware of its hidden wealth. Collectors worldwide fight fiercely for coins like this because of their scarcity, historical significance, and surviving condition. A fine condition. 1937 nickel is rare enough to be considered a true treasure, and the market value continues to rise every single year. Now, treasure hunters, here's what you need to know if you ever stumble upon a Buffalo nickel dated 1937. Look for the absence of a mint mark under 5 cents. That confirms it's from the Philadelphia Mint. Do not clean or polish the coin. The gray and brown patina is part of its authentic value. Here is the text to convert. Store it in a protective capsule or holder to preserve its details. For maximum value and auction appeal, have it professionally graded. Certified coins can sell for significantly higher prices. Remember, this coin is not just rare, it is in high collector demand, and every auction makes it even more valuable. So there you have it, the Buffalo Nickel 1937 without mint mark, a coin that survived nearly a century, a living piece of American history, and a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. From the proud Native American portrait to the majestic bison, every detail speaks of resilience, heritage, and timeless beauty. Today, it commands a jaw-dropping $270,000 in auctions, a reminder that even a small nickel can hold unimaginable treasure. Coin collectors, keep your eyes open, explore old collections, and treasure every find because the next coin you discover could be a $270,000 miracle in your hands. This is your host from Rare Coin Secrets USA, bringing you the rarest and most valuable coins from around the world, one hidden treasure at a time. Welcome to coin number 14, the Buffalo Nickel, 1927 without mint mark, in very fine condition with a dark gray antique look. Yes, this coin isn't just metal, it's a survivor of history, a silent witness to nearly 100 years of American life, and today, a jewel in the collector world. Let's step back to 1927, a time when America was roaring into the Jazz Age. The economy was booming, and coinage reflected both artistry and national pride. The Buffalo Nickel, designed by James Earl Fraser, had already become an iconic symbol of the United States. On the obverse, the Native American portrait captures dignity, strength, and character, a blend of three real-life chiefs. Turn it over, and there's the majestic bison, standing tall on the plains, a symbol of resilience, freedom, and the American frontier. Every line, every detail tells a story that spans generations. The 1927 issue is especially sought after today because surviving specimens in very fine condition are scarce. Many were worn from decades of circulation, making a well-preserved coin a rare collector's dream. What makes this Buffalo Nickel extraordinary is its natural dark gray shade and antique appearance. This coloration is not a flaw. It's a badge of authenticity, formed over decades of careful survival. Composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the coin has held its design details remarkably well. The Native American portrait retains dignity, the bison stands proud, and the dark antique finish adds an air of mystery and elegance that collectors crave. This isn't just a coin, it's a piece of living history, a relic that survived nearly a century while telling the story of America's past. And now, the part that will make your heart race. This 1927 Buffalo nickel without mint mark in very fine condition recently sold in today's auction market for an astonishing $330,000. Yes, that's right, $330,000 for a coin that might be sitting quietly in a drawer somewhere, completely unaware of its hidden wealth. Collectors around the world compete fiercely for coins like this because of their rarity, historic value, and surviving condition. Every auction, every collector bid, and every discovery continues to push its value even higher. Now, treasure hunters, pay close attention. Look for the year 1927 and the absence of a mint mark under 5 cents. That's the Philadelphia Mint version. Do not clean the coin. The dark gray antique look is key to its value. Here is the text to convert. Store it in a protective capsule or holder to preserve every detail. For maximum market recognition, get it professionally graded. Certified coins sell for top dollars at auction. Remember, coins like this don't just sit around. Every passing year increases their value and desirability. So there you have it, the Buffalo Nickel 1927 without mint mark, a coin that survived nearly a century, carrying with it history, artistry, and a staggering value. From the proud Native American portrait to the mighty bison, this coin is a treasure in every sense, and today it commands $330,000 in the auction world. Coin hunters, keep your eyes open, check those old collections, and treasure every find, because the next coin you discover could be $330,000 hidden miracle in your hands. This is your host from Rare Coin Secrets USA, uncovering the most valuable coins and hidden treasures, one masterpiece at a time. All right, coin hunters, treasure seekers, and history enthusiasts, get ready, because what I am about to reveal could literally take your breath away. Hidden in drawers, coin jars, and forgotten collections lies a piece of history so rare, so powerful, and so valuable, it could completely change someone's life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is coin number 15, the Buffalo Nickel 1918 without mint mark, in very fine condition. Yes, this isn't just an old nickel, it's a hidden fortune, a century-old survivor, and a masterpiece of American history waiting to be discovered. Let's travel back to 1918, the final year of World War I, a time of global upheaval, yet a period when the United States minted some of its most iconic coins. The Buffalo Nickel, designed by the legendary James Earl Fraser, had already cemented itself as a symbol of the American spirit. On the obverse, the Native American portrait exudes strength, dignity, and character. Fraser blended features from 3 tribal chiefs to create a composite that represents the very soul of America's indigenous heritage. On the reverse, the mighty bison stands tall on the plains, an enduring emblem of the untamed frontier, resilience, and national pride. Every line, every curve tells a story that has survived over a century. The 1918 issue is particularly significant because fewer coins survive the decades in very fine condition, making this a rare treasure that collectors compete for fiercely today. What makes this coin truly extraordinary is its combination of age, artistry, and survival. Made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, the coin has endured nearly 110 years, developing a natural patina that only adds to its uniqueness and beauty. The very fine condition means that the Native American portrait is still sharp, and the bison on the reverse retains excellent detail, a remarkable achievement for a coin of this era. Its lack of a mint mark under 5 cents tells us it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, further adding to its historical authenticity. Each surviving 1918 Buffalo nickel is a story of perseverance, history, and timeless craftsmanship. Now, here's the part that will make your pulse race. This 1918 Buffalo Nickel, without mint mark, in very fine condition recently sold in today's auction market for an eye-popping $380,000. Yes, $380,000 for a coin that may have quietly sat in a collection for decades, completely unaware of its hidden value. Collectors worldwide treasure coins like this because of their scarcity, historical significance, and condition. Every auction, every bid, and every discovery continues to push its value higher, making it a true hidden fortune in the world of numismatics. Now, treasure hunters, pay attention carefully. Look for the year 1918 and confirm the absence of a mint mark below 5 cents. This is the Philadelphia Mint version. Do not clean the coin. The natural patina is crucial for its value. Here is the text to convert. Store it safely in a capsule or holder to preserve every detail. For maximum market recognition, have it professionally graded. Certified coins command the highest prices at auction. Remember, coins like this do not just sit around. Their rarity and collector demand ensure that the value continues to climb every year. So there you have it. The Buffalo Nickel 1918 without mint mark, a survivor of over a century, a living piece of history, and a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. From the proud Native American portrait to the majestic bison, every detail is a testament to America's past, and today, it commands a staggering $380,000 in the collector world. Coin hunters, keep your eyes open, check old collections, and treasure every find, because the next coin you discover could be $380,000 hidden miracle in your hands. This is your host from Rare Coin Secrets USA, bringing you the rarest, most valuable, and most exciting hidden treasures from the world of coins. All right, treasure hunters, history lovers, and coin collectors, get ready, because what I am about to reveal is nothing short of mind-blowing. Hidden in drawers, jars, and forgotten collections is a coin that carries nearly a century of history, mystery, and hidden wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is coin number 16, the Buffalo Nickel 1934 without mint mark, in very fine condition. Yes, this coin is not just metal, it's a hidden treasure, a survivor of decades, and a masterpiece of American history and artistry that could make someone very wealthy overnight. Let's travel back to 1934, right in the midst of the Great Depression. America was facing economic hardships, yet its coins continued to reflect the pride, strength, and resilience of a nation determined to endure. The Buffalo Nickel, crafted by the renowned James Earl Fraser, was already an American icon. On the obverse, the Native American portrait stands with dignity, strength, and character, a unique blend of three tribal chiefs immortalized in metal. On the reverse, the mighty American bison stands firmly on the plains, symbolizing freedom, resilience, and the untamed spirit of the frontier. Every line and curve on this coin tells a story that has lasted almost 90 years. The 1934 issue is especially notable because fewer coins survived in very fine condition, making it highly sought after by collectors today. What makes this Buffalo Nickel truly extraordinary is its remarkable preservation and natural aging. Made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, this coin has held its design beautifully over the decades. The Native American portrait remains clear. The bison retains strong detail, and the coin shows just the right signs of age, not too worn, but enough to tell its story. The lack of a mint mark under 5 cents confirms it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, adding to its historical significance. Every surviving 1934 Buffalo Nickel in very fine condition is a rare treasure, a tangible link to America's past. Now, here comes the part that will make you sit up and take notice. This 1934 Buffalo Nickel without mint mark in very fine condition recently sold at today's auction for an astonishing $210,000. Yes, $210,000 for a coin that might be quietly sitting in someone's old collection, completely unaware of its hidden wealth. Collectors worldwide seek out coins like this because of their scarcity, historical significance, and condition. Every auction pushes its value even higher, and coins of this quality are increasingly difficult to find. Treasure hunters, here's what you need to know if you come across a Buffalo Nickel dated 1934. Check for the absence of a mint mark below 5 cents, Philadelphia Mint issue. Never clean the coin. The natural patina and very fine condition are key to its value. Protect it in a capsule or holder to preserve all details. For maximum value, have it professionally graded. Certified coins command top dollar in auctions. Remember, this coin is not just rare, it is in high collector demand, and its value continues to climb year after year. So there you have it. The Buffalo Nickel 1934 without mint mark, a century-old survivor, a piece of American history, and a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. From the proud Native American portrait to the majestic bison, every detail tells a story, and today it commands a staggering $210,000 at auction. Coin hunters, keep your eyes open, explore old collections, and treasure every find, because the next coin you uncover could be a $210,000 hidden miracle in your hands. This is your host from Rare Coin Secrets USA, bringing you the rarest and most valuable coins, uncovering hidden treasures one masterpiece at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to coin number 17, the Monticello Jefferson War Nickel 1944 with P mint mark, in gray antique look and very fine condition. Yes, this is not just any nickel. It's a rare treasure, a survivor of World War II, and a masterpiece of American numismatics that could make someone extremely wealthy overnight. Let's travel back to 1944, the heart of World War II. America was fully engaged in the war effort, and coinage reflected the times. The Monticello Jefferson War nickel was part of a special series produced from 1942 to 1945, composed differently from regular nickels to conserve nickel for the war effort. These coins contained 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese, giving them a distinct composition and unique silver tone. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's portrait stands proudly, representing American leadership and resilience. On the reverse, Monticello, Jefferson's iconic estate, symbolizes innovation, legacy, and enduring history. The P mint mark on this coin tells us it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a mark that collectors watch carefully because surviving high-quality examples are rare and highly sought after today. What makes this coin extraordinary is its gray antique look and silver-infused composition. Unlike regular nickels, the war nickels of 1944 were made with a unique silver alloy to support the war effort, giving them a distinctive shine and collector appeal. The very fine condition of this coin means that Jefferson's portrait remains sharp, the Monticello details are clear, and the edges are well preserved, all crucial features that collectors highly prize. This coin isn't just currency, it's a historical artifact, a piece of wartime America that survived nearly 80 years and tells a story of resilience and innovation. And now, the jaw-dropping revelation. This 1944 Monticello Jefferson War nickel with P mint mark, in very fine condition, recently sold in today's auction market for an astonishing $250,000. Yes, $250,000 for a coin that might be quietly sitting in someone's collection, completely unaware of its hidden wealth. Collectors compete fiercely for these war nickels because of their silver content, historical significance, and surviving condition. Every passing year makes these coins rarer, more valuable, and increasingly coveted in the numismatic world. Treasure hunters, take note carefully. Look for the year 1944 and the P mint mark. This confirms Philadelphia production. Do not clean the coin. The natural gray antique look is part of its value and charm. Here is the text to convert. Store it safely in a capsule or protective holder to preserve every detail. For maximum value and auction appeal, have it professionally graded. Certified war nickels command the highest prices. Remember, this coin is not only rare but highly demanded, and its market value continues to rise steadily year after year. So there you have it. The Monticello Jefferson War Nickel, 1944, with P mint mark, a survivor of wartime America, a piece of history, and a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. From Jefferson's dignified portrait to the iconic Monticello, every detail speaks of resilience, legacy, and timeless value. And today, it commands $250,000 in auctions. Coin collectors, keep your eyes open, explore old collections, and treasure every find because the next coin you uncover could be a $250,000 hidden miracle in your hands. This is your host from Rare Coin Secrets USA, bringing you the rarest, most valuable, and most exciting hidden treasures from the world of coins, one masterpiece at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is coin number 18, the Monticello Jefferson War Nickel, 1945 with P mint mark, in golden shade and fine condition. And Allah. Yes, this coin isn't just a piece of metal, it's a rare treasure, a survivor of the final year of World War II, and a hidden fortune that could make someone extraordinarily wealthy overnight. Let's travel back to 1945, the final year of World War II. America was emerging victorious, and the nation's coinage tells a story of resilience, innovation, and pride. The Monticello Jefferson War Nickel was a special wartime issue, minted from 1942 to 1945 using a unique composition to conserve nickel for the war effort. These coins contained 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese, giving them a distinct silverish golden tone that makes them immediately recognizable. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's portrait exudes dignity, leadership, and strength, a fitting tribute to a nation fighting for freedom. On the reverse, Monticello, Jefferson's iconic estate, symbolizes heritage, innovation, and American legacy. The P mint mark signifies Philadelphia mint production, and surviving high-quality specimens like this fine-condition coin are exceptionally rare and highly sought after in today's collector market. What makes this coin extraordinary is its golden shade and wartime silver composition. Unlike regular nickels, the 1945 war nickels contain silver, giving them a unique shine and collectible appeal. Even in fine condition, this coin retains impressive detail. Jefferson's profile is clear, Monticello stands distinct, and the edges remain sharp. The golden hue adds an air of elegance and uniqueness that collectors absolutely love. This coin is not just currency, it's a historic artifact, a tangible piece of wartime America that has survived decades, carrying with it the story of courage and perseverance. And now, the moment that will truly blow your mind. This 1945 Monticello Jefferson War Nickel with P mint mark in fine condition recently sold at today's auction for a staggering $230,000. Yes, $230,000 for a coin that may be quietly sitting in a drawer, completely unaware of its immense value. Collectors worldwide chase war nickels like this because of their silver content, historical significance, and rarity. Every auction pushes their value higher, making each find a potential hidden fortune. Treasure hunters, here's what you need to know if you encounter a 1945 Jefferson War nickel. Look for the year 1945 and the P mint mark, confirming Philadelphia production. Do not clean the coin. The golden shade and natural patina are crucial to its value. Here is the text to convert. Store it in a protective holder to preserve the fine condition details. For maximum auction value, have it professionally graded. Certified war nickels sell for the highest prices. Remember, this coin is rare, highly collectible, and its value continues to climb, making it a true hidden treasure for collectors. So there you have it. The Monticello Jefferson War Nickel, 1945 with P mint mark, a coin that survived one of the most pivotal moments in history, carrying with it nearly 8 decades of legacy and a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. From Jefferson's dignified portrait to the iconic Monticello, every detail tells a story, and today it commands an unbelievable $230,000 in auctions. Coin hunters, keep your eyes open, explore old collections, and treasure every find because the next coin you uncover could be a $230,000 hidden miracle in your hands. This is your host from Rare Coin Secrets USA, uncovering the rarest and most valuable hidden treasures, one historic coin at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to War Nickel 1943 with S mint mark, in goldish look and fine condition. Yes, this coin is not just currency, it's a rare treasure, a survivor of the war era, and a masterpiece of American numismatics that could make someone extremely wealthy almost overnight. Let's travel back to 1943, right in the middle of World War II. America was fully mobilized for the war effort, and every aspect of life, including coinage, reflected the nation's focus and resilience. The Monticello Jefferson War Nickels series, minted from 1942 to 1945, was created with a special wartime composition to conserve nickel for the military. These coins were made with 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese, giving them a unique goldish tone that sets them apart from regular nickels. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's portrait embodies leadership, dignity, and American strength. On the reverse, Monticello, Jefferson's iconic estate, symbolizes innovation, legacy, and enduring American values. The S mint mark indicates this coin was produced at the San Francisco Mint, a detail that collectors pay close attention to because surviving high-quality examples from this mint are extremely rare. What makes this coin extraordinary is its goldish look, silver content, and wartime significance. Unlike ordinary nickels, the war nickels from 1943 contain silver, giving them a distinct shine and collectible appeal. Even in fine condition, Jefferson's portrait is clear, Monticello stands distinct, and the edges retain sharp detail. The golden hue adds an air of elegance and rarity, transforming this coin into not just currency, but a historic artifact, a tangible piece of World War II America that survived decades of circulation. Collectors prize coins like this because they are both historically significant and visually striking, making them a top target for serious numismatists. Now, here's the part that will make your heart race. This 1943 Monticello Jefferson War Nickel, with S Mint. Mark in fine condition recently sold in today's auction for a staggering $325,000. Yes, $325,000 for a coin that could have been sitting unnoticed in someone's old collection. A hidden treasure waiting for the right eyes to discover it. Collectors worldwide chase war nickels like this because of their scarce minting, wartime silver content, and historical importance. Every auction bid pushes their value higher, making this coin a true hidden fortune for anyone lucky enough to find it. Treasure hunters, here is what you need to know. Look for the year 1943 and the S Mint mark. This confirms San Francisco mint production. Never clean the coin. The natural goldish tone is a major part of its value. Here is the text to convert. Store it in a protective holder to preserve its fine condition details. For maximum recognition and auction value, have it professionally graded. Certified war nickels sell for top dollars around the world. Remember, this coin is rare, in high demand, and its value continues to climb year after year. All right, coin hunters, history enthusiasts, and treasure seekers, get ready for the final reveal in today's jaw-dropping countdown. What I'm about to show you could be lying unnoticed in a collection, a drawer, or even a forgotten coin jar. A piece that carries decades of mystery, rarity, and hidden wealth waiting to be uncovered. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting last coin, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel, 1983, with P mint mark, in black shade with antique spots, fine condition. Yes, this is no ordinary nickel. It's a rare treasure, a collector's dream, and a hidden fortune that could make someone incredibly wealthy overnight. Let's travel back to 1983, a modern era in U.S. coinage, but still full of surprises. The Jefferson Nickel series had been in production for decades, yet coins like this with unusual blackish shades and antique spots are extremely rare. The 1983 P Mint mark nickel was struck in Philadelphia, and although millions were produced, only a few survived with the fine condition and unique spotting we see here. These imperfections, rather than diminishing the coin, add historic character and collectible uniqueness. Jefferson's portrait on the obverse maintains his dignified, timeless profile, and the reverse showcases Monticello, a symbol of American legacy and resilience. What sets this coin apart is its striking black shade with natural antique spots, giving it a look of history and rarity. Made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, the coin has aged beautifully, with the black patina adding character and the fine condition preserving essential details. This is not just a coin. It's a modern treasure that shows how even contemporary issues can become extremely valuable collectibles, especially when they display unique coloration and surviving quality. And now, the moment that will make you sit up and pay attention. This 1983 Monticello Jefferson nickel with P mint mark in black shade and spots, fine condition, recently sold at auction for an astonishing $140,000. Yes, $140,000 for a coin that could be quietly sitting in someone's collection, completely unaware of its hidden fortune. Collectors highly prize coins like this because of their rare coloration, unique spots, and surviving condition. Each sale drives the value higher, making it a modern yet extraordinary hidden treasure. Treasure hunters, here's what you need to know if you come across a 1983 Jefferson nickel like this. Look for the P mint mark and unique blackish antique spots. Never clean the coin. The natural patina and aging are key to its value. Keep it in a protective holder to preserve the fine condition. For maximum auction value, have it professionally graded. Certified coins command top dollar and global recognition. Remember, this coin is rare, highly collectible, and its market value continues to rise, proving that even recent coins can hide incredible wealth. So there you have it, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel 1983 with P mint mark, a modern treasure with historic character, a collector's gem, and a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. From Jefferson's timeless portrait to the iconic Monticello, every detail tells a story. And today, this coin commands an incredible $140,000 at auction. Coin collectors, stay vigilant. Explore old collections and treasure every find because the next coin you uncover could be $140,000 hidden miracle in your hands. Wow, can you believe it? 21 coins, each a hidden treasure, each capable of turning ordinary pocket change into unimaginable wealth. Remember, here on Rare Coin Secrets USA, We uncover the rarest, most valuable, and most exciting hidden treasures in the world of coins, day by day, update by update, so you are always one step ahead of the collector's market. So, treasure hunters, don't just watch, dig, explore, and discover, because your next $100,000 plus coin could be hiding right under your nose. If you loved this journey through hidden wealth, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, because we have even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. Coins that could change your life forever.